Find a group of people who will challenge and inspire you. Spend a lot of time with them, and it will change your life. As we flow through today's water practice, I am proposing that you take a little inspiration from those most meaningful to you in your life. It is said that we are and become the average of our 5 closest friends, so thinking about who you most spend your time with, who most inspires you, and allowing that inspiration to flow onto your mat today. When you are ready, we will meet in a standing posture at the top of your mat. Starting with your feet hip distance apart, a nice tall long spine, palms facing forward, close the eyes, and settle into your version of mountain pose today. Also known as Tadasana, allow your breath to start entering through the nose to bring length to the body, and exhales to soften in muscles that could do with a little bit more ease and relaxation. With every inhale breath, allow your body to expand, your lungs to fully inflate. And with every exhale breath, start to let go of what came before. Starting to dial into this present moment and this space and time you've carved out for yourself, use your breath to begin to anchor. Notice every sensation as your breath comes and goes. And then invite every inhale and exhale to lengthen with every round. Taking just one moment longer to hold your inhale and gently experiencing each exhale with a little bit more length. For the next moment here, I invite you to silently explore the breath that can move throughout your body, allowing it to keep you completely focused and present right here, right now. With your next inhale breath, start to wiggle in the fingers and draw palms to touch in front of heart center, resting onto the chest. Noting that so much of what we do on our mat here is a product of how we live our lives offside of the mat, take a moment to dedicate this practice to someone meaningful and inspiring in your life. With them in mind, we begin to move. Taking a great big inhale breath, reach the arms all the way up overhead as your eyes flutter open, exhaling hands to heart center. Again, inhaling, sweep the arms high, reach up, look up, hinge at the hips, forward fold, come all the way down. Take a moment to notice how your body feels with head and upper body below the hips. Notice what the backs of the legs feel like. Allow your arms to be really heavy, maybe bringing a deeper bend into the knees or straightening the legs a little further. As you next inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, halfway lift. Notice how much you can draw the shoulder blades together, place your hands anywhere on your legs that feel good, and then exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat as you step both feet all the way back to a high plank position. On the tippiest of your tiptoes, start to hinge forward, a deeper crease into the wrists before your knees lower down to the earth. Keep the elbows close to the body. As you exhale, lower all the way down to your chest. Untucking the toes, press the tops of the feet into the earth. Inhale to lift the chest either just a little off the mat or lifting so much that your navel comes off the mat as well. With your next exhale breath, toes are tucked, hips high, downward facing dog. Scan the body, notice what that first modified vinyasa felt like today, and decide if you think that is where your body is best served. Play a little bit more here with your downward facing dog, bend one leg and then the other, before we take a nice long, generous lunge to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, exhale to fold forward. Big breath in, sweep the arms high, stand up, look up, breathing out, hands to heart center. Again, inhaling, reach and sweep the arms high, take up more space. Exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway lift to inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth, step the feet back, high plank position. Option to take A different variation of your vinyasa this round, still hinging forward, maybe your knees stay lifted. As we breathe out, lowering down, inhaling to shine the chest high, squeeze those shoulder blades back, and then hips high as you untuck the toes, downward facing dog. Amazing work. Notice how that felt. Gazing between the shins, maybe there's a deep bend into your knees. Activate in all 10 fingers, fire up in the shoulder space. And then we take one more flow through our sun salutation, stepping to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhaling to a halfway lift, exhaling to release. Breathing in, reach up, stand up, notice what every pose and movement feels like in your body. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Breathe in, sweep the arms high. Very smoothly lower down, forward fold. Halfway lift to inhale, exhale, hands to the earth, stepping or hopping all the way to your high plank position. Exhaling to lower into your chaturanga. Inhale, high chest, lift the heart, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to really notice what your body will most benefit from today in your practice, what form of vinyasa. And then we start to get into our flow a little bit more. Inhaling to reach the right leg up, starting with our three-legged dog. Keeping the hips square to the ground, notice what this feels like, gaze towards the left leg. And then shifting our right hip on top of the left, stack your hips, bend into the right knee, open up. Continue to slide your chest towards the left leg, keeping the left leg as straight as you can. And then with a great big exhale, sweep the right foot all the way to the top of your mat, coming into our low lunge position. Left knee onto the earth, inhale, reach the arms high. And then we flow. Exhale, lower the chest, arms squeeze behind you. Inhale to reach up. 2 more times. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling to lift. Noticing how low you can slide inside the right thigh, squeezing those shoulder blades. And then hands stay low to the earth, stepping both feet back, high plank position where you take a vinyasa of choosing. Remembering that in your practice, you can skip these movements at any point in time and simply meet us in downward facing dog if that would better serve you today. From your downward facing dog position, we move onto the left side. Inhaling the left leg to our three-legged dog, hips are square to the earth. And then notice the shift, the change as you start to peel the left hip on top of the right, stack and open up. Continue to slide your chest towards the right leg and continue to breathe. Onto your tippy toes of the right foot, step the left foot all the way to the top of your mat, lowering the right knee to the earth, low lunge position. Inhale, lift the arms up, and then 3 times we flow. Exhale, lower the chest, hands behind you. Inhaling to reach high, exhaling to lower down. Last one here, inhale, reach up, shine the heart. Exhale, lower down. And then allow the hands to plant on the earth, framing the left foot, step back, taking a vinyasa flow of your choice. However you move here, listen to your breath, and then meet us with hips high to the sky in your upside down V-shape, downward facing dog. Back onto the right side, lift the right leg, and right away stack the hips, open up, maybe round out into the ankle. Exhale, step the right foot all the way through, this time for an option into crescent lunge. Keeping that left leg lifted, really intentionally strong here. Or like we did in the first round, lower the knee to the earth. Notice though, if you're hovering in between here, really fire up the leg, either lifting it fully or lowering for support before we flow. 3 times exhaling to lower the chest, inhaling to lift. Noticing how this feels, calling on stability in our lower body, staying rooted and stable. Before both hands come to the earth, stepping back to high plank position, moving through your vinyasa. Incredible work here, meeting us in downward facing dog. Take an inhale and an exhale to reset before we find the left side. Left leg lifts to the sky, stack your hips, open up, and then right away step through to the top of your mat. Choosing either your low or high crescent lunge as you did on the other leg, really intentional with your form here. Firing up in the back thigh if it's lifted, or allowing the right knee to settle to the earth before we start to flow. Exhaling, the chest slides down the inside of the left thigh. Inhale to reach up. Again, 2 more times, exhaling to lower, inhaling to lift. Last one, how deeply can you lower your chest here? And then hands to the earth, stepping to your high plank position, moving through your vinyasa. Taking cues from your breath, exhaling to lower, inhaling to lift, and then eventually meeting in downward facing dog. Gaze between the shins, take a full breath in and out. And then adding on here, right leg lifts all the way up. As you breathe out, draw your right knee to your nose, squeeze it forward, hover. Again, inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, hover. Again, inhale, reach the right foot up. Exhale, hinge, knee to nose, and then step the foot down, coming into our warrior two this round. Lowering the left foot parallel to the short edge of your mat, right knee stacking on top of your right ankle, and then arms up to your T shape. Unlike our crescent lunge, allow the hips to face the side here, and then check that your shoulders are on top of your hips. Right knee might want to fall inwards, make sure it's as aligned to your hips as can be, and then we start to flow. Inhaling to reach the arms up, exhaling to lower back into your warrior two. Inhale, reach up, straighten both legs. Exhale to lower down. One more time, inhaling to reach. Exhaling to lower, nice work. Hands come all the way down to frame your right foot, stepping the right foot back, taking a vinyasa of your choice. If you've been playing with your one-legged vinyasa, this would be a great place to try it on a little bit more. Meeting us in downward facing dog, we'll find the same expressions onto the left side. With an inhale, reach the left leg all the way up. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze and hover. Inhaling to reach high to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, squeeze that knee closer. Inhaling to lift. Last one here, exhale, hinge forward, and then use your core to step the left foot down. Lowering the right foot perpendicular to the front foot, making that T shape into the foot placement, arms up to that same letter, sinking deeply into the hips. And then we start to flow as we did on the other side. Inhaling to reach all the way up, straighten both legs. Exhale, push back down, warrior two. Two more times, inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower, and then final one, smoothly inhaling, lift up, look up. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel your hands to the earth, step back, taking your vinyasa. Customizing this practice to feel best in your body, however you get there, we will meet in downward facing dog. Practicing that all again, lift the right leg high to the sky, exhaling knee to nose, two more times. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to squeeze, shifting forward, hold and hover. And then on that third one, stepping the right foot all the way down, arms up to your T-shape, warrior two, right away, flow. Going faster this round, inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. A total of 3 before you come down to your warrior two, hands to the earth, stepping back, take your vinyasa. Meeting us in downward facing dog, and right away we start again, left side. Exhaling, left knee to nose, inhaling, lift the foot high. Again, knee to nose, breathe out. Inhale to lift higher, exhale, knee to nose, step the left foot through. Warrior two, base, and then arms up to your T, right away, move. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. Follow your breath. Fly as high as you can, sink as deeply as possible. And then on that last round, hands to the earth, smoothly stepping back, taking a flow of choice. Incredible work. That pace is picked up. Continue to breathe and listen to your body. Right away, right foot lifts, knee to nose as you breathe out, inhaling to lift for a total of 3. On that third exhale, when knee comes to nose, step your foot down, arms up to your warrior two, and then flow. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. 2 more times, sticking with the number 3 here as we move from right to left. On that third round, just as we've done before, cartwheel your hands to the earth, step back and take your vinyasa. Inhaling the left foot high to the sky, same thing, other side. Knee to nose as you breathe out, inhaling to lift for a total of 3. Once your 3 are complete, step that foot down. Warrior two, as you inhale, ground your feet and start to flow. Inhale, take up more space, lift higher, exhale, sink deeper. Finding 3 in your body. Before you cartwheel those hands down to the earth for support, step back and take your vinyasa. Incredible work. Continue to breathe, continue to explore, grow bigger. Meet us in downward facing dog. Couple cleansing breaths in and out through the nose, regroup, reconnect with breath. Inhaling to reach the right leg high to the sky, stack in your hips. Round out into the ankle if it feels good as we pause here just for a moment. And then stepping the right foot all the way through to the top of your mat for a new pose here, Warrior One. Popping the left foot in, maybe a foot or so, hips square forward. Left foot is on a 45-degree angle. And then rising those arms up, shine the heart forward. Grounding into both of your feet here. With your next inhale, step to the top of your mat for a wide form of chair, and then we bring in some movement to the arms. Inhale to open up to cactus arms, exhale to reach up. Inhale again, bend the arms to 90 degrees, exhale, reach up. Inhale to cactus, exhaling to reach, and then an inhale allows us to stand, shine the heart high, bend the back. Exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, plant the hands, hop or step to the back of your mat and take a flow. Meeting us after your vinyasa in downward facing dog before we do the left side. Reaching the left leg high to the sky, stacking your hips open up, maybe round out into the ankle. Before we step through again for Warrior One, first time on this side, popping that foot in a little bit, 45-degree angle on the form. Hips are shining forward, arms lift high, and then grounding deeply into your feet. Left knee is on top of the left ankle. Intentional 10 fingers shining upwards. And with your next inhale, stepping to the top of your mat for your chair. Exhale, and then we start to move the arms. Inhale, cactus, exhaling to reach. Inhaling to cactus, exhaling to reach one more time. Sink a little deeper in the seat before you find an inhale, reach up, shine the heart, stand up, hinge all the way forward, forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back, moving through a flow that feels good for you. In downward facing dog, we will meet, and then right leg does it again. Lifting all the way up, stepping through for Warrior One. Little quicker this round, grounding into the feet for just a full breath, and then stepping to your chair pose. Right away into our flowing arms, inhaling to cactus, exhaling to reach. Inhale, open up, take more breath, sink deeper into your seat here. And then an inhale to reach up, stand up. Exhale, hinge all the way forward. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to the earth, hopping or stepping back, taking a vinyasa flow if that feels good for you. We will meet in downward facing dog. With an inhale, left foot lifts all the way up, stepping through for Warrior One. Back foot 45 degrees, hips face forward, arms lift high. Take a full breath in and out, and then stepping forward into your chair pose. Moving through your cactus arms, inhaling to open, exhaling to reach. 2 more times, moving with your breath. Inhaling to open, exhaling to reach, and then inhaling to stand, shine the heart high. Breathe out, swan dive all the way forward. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale to plant the hands, hopping or stepping back. Meeting in downward facing dog before we find one final round. Inhale, right leg all the way up, step the foot through. This one is quicker. Inhale, lift up, Warrior One, sink deep, and then step to chair pose. Right away, move those arms, inhaling to open, exhaling to lift for a total of 3. Draw those shoulder blades together, especially as you open, before finally inhaling to reach up, stand up, hinging at the hips, come all the way down. Inhaling to a halfway lift, exhaling to plant your hands, hopping or stepping back for our very last vinyasa together today in class. Meeting in downward facing dog to finish up the left side. Reach the left leg to the sky, step it through Warrior One for that full inhale and exhale before you step to the top of your mat for your very last chair pose, flowing with your arms, inhaling to cactus, exhaling to reach. Sink a little bit deeper here for your very last round, and then inhale to stand. Beautiful work. Exhaling, forward fold, come low, catching opposite elbows and enjoying a moment of pause and ragdoll. Swaying from right to left, maybe bending into your knees. We start to dial things down here for a deeper stretch. Releasing your hands to the earth, right foot will stay where it is, left foot steps back for pyramid pose. Maybe about 2 feet in distance apart, hip distance on the mat. Trying your best to keep your hips square, and then I like to draw my hands to the hips as the chest lifts high, floating parallel to the earth. You'll feel this deeply on the backside of the right leg. Adjusting your form here if anything is resisting in your body. Option to see how it feels to fold forwards towards the earth. If your hands can come to the mat, that support might feel good and helpful. If instead they are hovering, it might just increase the intensity and make this feel less beneficial for your body. Choose what feels best for you before we switch on to the other side. Stepping to the top of your mat, left foot will stay, right foot will step back, again coming into pyramid pose. Hips are square, and then maybe you start with that hovering torso like we did on the other side. Hands to your hips, 2 straight legs. You should feel this intensely at the back side of the left leg. Remember to breathe here, and then notice how you want to change, to shift, to grow. Maybe your torso lowers down, hands to the earth. Taking a final breath here in your pyramid pose before stepping to the top of your mat. Finding a halfway lift as you inhale, exhaling to very slowly lower onto your glutes, gently lowering to your back, and then drawing the knees in towards your chest, rocking from right to left with fingers interlaced on the shins. Option to find something else other than what I recommend if your body is craving something different, or with me here coming into happy baby pose. Knees slide down the sides of the torso, shins pick up, they are completely vertical, and then reaching, holding on to the soles of your feet. Eyes shut, tailbone roots, shoulders ground towards the earth. Inhaling and exhaling to sink deeper into this posture. You could be feeling this into your hamstrings, most certainly into your hips, perhaps your glutes and lower back. Taking one more breath here before releasing, drawing the knees into the chest, squeezing the head and shoulders off of your mat, sending gratitude to every inch of you for everything it achieved today within this practice. As you next breathe out, soften into the body and release into your shavasana. Finding a pose of rest here, a sense of ease throughout the entire body. Take a moment to scan and then close the eyes and feel the warm embrace on the backside of you. Feel the earth there to catch you as you surrender into this final pose. Just as we started practice, coming back to that intentional form of slow, mindful breath. For these next few moments without the sound of my voice, allow all of your focus to be on what it feels like to be slowly and fully inhaling, and every sensation as you deeply and mindfully exhale. Very slowly and gently, without shifting anything, Acknowledge one final breath here in this stillness on your back. Allow it to flow through your body before inspiring gentle movement to come into your hands and your feet. Maybe reaching the arms overhead as you inhale, expand. As you exhale, take a moment here to notice what your body needs and desires most. Take any gentle or subtle movements. And then trusting that you will land exactly and perfectly where you are meant to, with eyes closed, make your way up to a comfortable seated position. As we traditionally do in our practices here, when we are ready, hands will meet in front of heart center, with the idea of sealing our practice by looking for the light within us, to then shine it out for all those around us. Thanking our community of people who inspire us, whether they're around, near or far to feel it. We take a final inhale. Together we bow forward and say, Namaste. Thanking you so much for being a part of this community that inspires me and those around us. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. I'd love it if before you signed off today, you would pop into the comments and just drop one single word. The word that comes to mind when you think of the person that inspired this practice today. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you real soon.